Hey everybody. Shack Redemption here to continue the fun in the 1997 offseason, where Shaq got his first, coming off Shaq getting his first Finals MVP, back-to-back championships after a Pistons championship in the middle of all these. I don't know exactly what this offseason is going to look like. We have so many draft picks, but none of them are high. The highest one is 10th. And then there's like all these in the teens and 20s that definitely will be traded because we at max will have like 3 open roster spots to fill. Unfortunately, I think Sean Kemp is going to just be like a dead roster spot probably for most of the entire upcoming season, and you can't trade injured people. So I think as soon as he comes back, he probably will get traded. My hope is that Garnett will be ready to go as starting power forward. He's already similar overall, and we still have Kellogg as well, who will probably go down 2 or 3 once we get to progression, but he can still be backup. So that's really the big change we're probably looking at. Stockton's a free agent. We'll be looking to re-sign him, trying to keep him a Pacer forever. He was our first draft pick when we started this whole thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get into the draft. I don't think there's anything else I want to look at. If you want to see, I guess I can show you the contract situation. So Stockton's a free agent. Van Exel, I think I'm going to let go. I mean, Steve Nash is ready to be the backup. I hope he goes up maybe 2 or 3. Van Exel was pretty good. I mean, when he got to play, I mean, I guess he played every game. I didn't realize that. He didn't play like a whole lot, but he played and did well. He could, I guess, be the backup still. I kind of want to see how good Nash gets, but if I look at people that could get off the team, it's Van Exel. Eddie Jones, we will accept his team option, and then we'll figure out what we're doing with him, if he's staying or if getting traded. Obviously, Hill and Garnett will keep. Garnett will become the starting power forward. Ori still got 2 years. Shaq's good to go. Ratliff and Wallace will remain once I accept their team options. Hot Rod will probably leave. We'll look for another veteran to add. Ratliff didn't shoot super well. He didn't play all the games once he joined the Pacers. I don't think he played really until Kemp got hurt. So that's everybody under contract plus the team options. So a couple decisions to make, but we start with the draft. Technically, I probably have enough draft picks to trade up and get a Tim Duncan, a Tracy McGrady, a Chauncey Billups, but I don't really see where any of them would fit on the team. Duncan would be interesting since Kemp's hurt, but I will say that in the other my NBA I'm doing with my brother, we started in the 91-92 season, and I do have Shaq, and I ended up getting Tim Duncan, and Duncan is not very good next to Shaq, I think is the problem. It's like 2 post presences, so probably want to avoid that. Speaking of that, since I've referenced the other my NBA before, so we're 11 seasons in. We just finished the 2001-2002 season, and I just want to show. So the best record I've had is 76-6. Well, I will say my brother's Pacers last night in the 01-02 season went 79-3. I will say that my team was one of those losses, but just pure ridiculousness. They ended up winning the championship and ruining my streak. I think I had 7 straight in that one out of 11 seasons, so not quite the role that this team is on. Let's see what we can do. The first pick, I assume, is going to be Tim Duncan. Yep, going to the Sonics, who have, I'm trying to remember who they have. Maybe they don't have much of anybody. The Lakers, I know, have Patrick Ewing and nothing else. So whether they get McGrady or Billups, either one is a good ad. There's Billups, so I'm guessing McGrady's going to the Wizards. Yep. Good for them. Ron Mercer to the Blazers. Keith Van Horn to the Hornets. The Raptors get Tim Thomas. The Warriors get Antonio Daniels. Stephen Jackson to the Kings. That was somebody I was considering drafting if he was there for me. Austin Crozier to the Hawks. No trade offers. Let's see who's there. This is the 10th pick. Fortson, Batee, Knight. Nobody I'm really super excited about. Brevin Knight would be fine as like a third point guard. If I get rid of Van Exel, I guess that could work. But I wonder if I can get him with another pick as well. Between 9th and 18th. Well, that's kind of difficult to judge where he'll go. Let's see what the Trade Finder has for me. So many picks. Most of this video is probably going to be me trading draft picks from this draft. So there's 2 Sixers picks. That's not bad. The Wizards just drafted McGrady. Bulls. I have to remember how good these other teams have been. Looks like trading into the future is going to be about all I can do. Lakers are going to be much better, I imagine, now. 2 from the Pistons. Spurs. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the makeup of some of these teams that are offering me 2 firsts. Starting with the Sixers. They have Sabonis, Rice. They've got Penny Hardaway, who's just been super sad to start his career. So that doesn't look too great. They had the 12th pick this year, so that's something to entertain. Make sure there's nobody here I want to trade. I think Ori would probably be the closest to trading of these people, but not willing to do that. Okay, so Sixers were 1. The Bulls were actually good this last year, and they have a pretty decent team, so we'll avoid them. Who else was giving to? The Celtics, but that's also taking one from me. Clippers, one's lottery protected. Lakers, that's taking one from me, and they just drafted Billups. Let's look at the Pistons. Oh yeah, never mind. They were the champions before this year, or I guess a few seasons ago. Won twice since then now. Spurs, one's lottery. The Suns. Let's look at the Suns. Oh yeah, they've got a nice core of Iverson and Stackhouse, so not really who I want to mess with trade-wise. 2 lotteries, that's not good. Okay, so actually, I mean, the Bulls and Sixers, I think the Sixers are probably the best bet. One more thing I can try is like, what if I do add in one of these other firsts? Does it give me anything new? Cavs. Clippers. Just 99 and 2000 are pretty mediocre drafts. 2000 is like really bad. Mediocre would be giving it too much credit. Were the Hornets good? They have Magic Johnson. They were good this year. Jimmy Jackson's still young-ish. I think I just go ahead and do that Sixers deal. Because they had... Sabonis and Rice are a good duo, but they're already 30 plus. Sabonis has 1 year left, might leave. All these other guys have 1 year left. And the 12th pick isn't going to get them like a super game changer, so I guess we'll do that. Might as well try for another one. Can't. They want me to add a second. No, we just went over this, guys. Okay. So the Sixers are going to get the 10th and 12th picks now. So they're going to get Tony Battie. Magic will get Kelvin Cato. The Sixers, with their 12th pick, will now trade it. I guess Battie's who they wanted, so they're going to trade the 12th and get Danny Ferry from the Bucks, and the Bucks want Anthony Parker. Now the Pacers back on the clock. Still no trade offers. Brevin Knight is still there. He's 6th on this list, 1st on this one, and 4th on this one. I mean, I think I want to risk him being there 15 or 16, and then he'll probably be my 1 pick this year. So let's go ahead and see what the 13th will get us. Will this still get us 2 future firsts, or is there too much of a drop-off? Looks like there's too much of a drop-off, but we can probably combine it with... Well, there's 2 this year first. That's not super helpful. What if we combine it with the 25th? Well, there's the Bulls 2 firsts. We can drop back with the Cavs. I have to check how good the Cavs were. And the Clippers. Cavs and Clippers are looking interesting. Pistons are too good. I don't know about the Rockets and Spurs. Let's go look at the Cavs. They were in the middle of the pack. They've got Allen Houston, who might still be well, he's expired. He might not even be on the team. Pippen's 31. All right, and the other one was the Clippers. How good were they? Oh, shoot, yeah. That's, I think, because I beat in the finals. Maybe that was the year before. All right, what about the Spurs or the Rockets? Spurs have their trio, and they drafted Antoine last year, so they're looking decent. And Rockets. Morning. They were middle of the road. Everybody else is out of contract, so they could either like totally tank if they aren't successful in filling their roster, or they could use all their open cap space to add a great piece for Alonzo Mourning. I think I'll just risk it and take both of these. Okay, we'll see if Brevin Knight stays. Alvin Williams to the Rockets. Derek Anderson to the Mavericks. Brevin Knight is still there. And he's the 4th. Oh, Bobby Jackson. Forgot about him too. Bobby scores probably a lot more than Brevin Knight. I do have the next 3 picks. If I trade this, is there a chance Knight's there as well? Nobody's going to give me... There's that offer, the same as last from Minnesota. Oh no, it was the Grizzlies I beat in the finals, wasn't it? I think it was the Clippers year before. Well, I want to risk like 1 more pick that Brevin Knight will still be there. Do I have any picks down here? Pacers picks? I do have a 99. Get rid of this 2000. Maybe that'll get me 2 firsts. Like that. Bulls. Interesting. Drop back 3. That might be an okay idea. Don't really want swapping. The Hawks top 3. Don't remember how good they are. Nuggets. Nuggets and Hawks maybe we look at. Let's go check out the Hawks. Oh, they've got nobody. They just drafted Crozier. They've got Ray Allen, who's obviously going to get a lot better, but that's it. So let's do this one and hope that they don't draft Brevin Knight. They do need a point guard, unfortunately. So it might be, maybe they'll get Bobby Jackson. Don't get Brevin. Oh, wow, Mike Penberthy. Okay, then. Let's go ahead and get Brevin Knight. Welcome to the Pacers. I guess it's also a insurance in case something weird happens with John Stockton. So I'll probably have to package this again with either one of these other firsts or my first. I still have this second as well. Is there any chance that does anything for me? It does. Well, 2 seconds get me to the Clippers, who are good. Anybody else even close? Still this. This doesn't seem terrible. If these can give me future first, potentially, to drop back 7. Let's just go ahead and do that. Not that I want more picks this year, but Minnesota gets Bobby Jackson. Donna Foyle to Cleveland. Make sure there's nobody else that I want to look at here. Fortson is the one that's the last man standing. Mostly point guard. Scott Pollard is there. I don't really need more youth. So let's try the 19th. Sure, why not? The second. '98 would be better than anything beyond that. But I might be able to do that without the second. Let's just try one of these first I just got. Like that doesn't seem too bad. Bulls, Clippers are good. Pistons are good. The Suns will be good. Seems like the Bulls, even though they're good right now, there's a chance they won't be. Hardaway and Baker are both free agents. Starks is 31. 3D is also a free agent. So I'm going to trust that maybe they're not as good in the future. See what they do with these picks. They get Scott Pollard. Grizzlies get Troy Hudson. Now I've got these 3. This is the first one of all of these that I've actually gotten trade offers for. Yes, I would like to view them. I think I'm going to have to put another first with it. Yep. So So let's try 21st and 24th. Is anybody... There's the Clippers again. Pistons again. The Spurs. Don't think I looked at the Hornets, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Magic Johnson. Well, he's gonna be gone soon. Lottery protected. Even so, might be worth it. Hornets get Anthony Johnson. Who's left? Anybody that I take a flyer on? Jacques Vaughn, Damon Jones, Tariq, Danny Fortson, still there. 16th was supposed to be the latest he went. Mark Blunt, Mark Jackson, Pat Burke. Nobody I'm looking forward to. So how many 98s we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just straight up, no protection. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 99s potentially, but 3 of them are protected. 2000s, 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 2 2000s, which is fine because 2000 again is a terrible draft. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for 2001, including our own. What can these two? Are they still enough? The Clippers are still able to give 2 firsts. The Pistons as well, but that team's a little too good looking to me. The Spurs might be interesting because their guys are older. Mullins 33, Doherty's 31, both with 1 year left. You still have Antoine and Kenny to build around. Is it any better to trade my future pick? Is it the same? Swap Celtics and Grizzlies. Clippers again. Lakers are there. What was the Celtics and Grizzlies? How good were the Celtics? They were one of the worst teams. It doesn't look like they're going to get much better unless they sign people. That's the unprotected one, and the Grizzlies is protected, which will probably work, but it's still going to be better than my pick, I hope. So let's do that. And then we should be... Oh my god, no, we still have one more. Celtics get Maurice Taylor. Now I can trade this potentially with my other future pick here that I don't need. And do... There's a swap with the Cavs. That doesn't look terrible. Swap with the Clippers, but they're still good. Lakers, Ewing's getting older, but they did just get Billups. It's also a swap in the wrong direction, I think. I don't remember looking at the Nuggets. Maybe I did. Pistons we want to avoid. Suns we want to avoid. Let's go look at the Nuggets. They were middle of the road. They've got, oh yeah, they've got Isaiah and Worthy, both still under contract, who will both get worse. Ryder is expired. It's been a scoring machine for Denver, so I think I'll do this one. Oh no, that's my pick. No! Okay, well, I'm hoping I've not done that before. Is there anybody like next year that I don't want any business having their pick? Oh, the Suns probably. They have Iverson and Stackhouse. I imagine they'll be getting better. Don't want to swap. Clippers, I kind of want to stay away from. Nuggets, that's a swap best. And I get their 2,000. I'll do that. So I get the best of these between Denver and Phoenix. It'll probably be Denver. And I'm trading this whatever this is, 23rd pick for a 2,000, which hopefully will be better than that. All right, and they get Danny Fortson. That's kind of fun to see him in his real jersey. First fake guy goes at 24. Another guy there. Tariq to the Pistons. Pat Burke to the Heat. We have a trade in the last pick. Rick Fox gets traded for the 29th pick. And the Celtics get Damon Jones. We get to the second round. Mark Blunt to the Lakers. Jacques Vaughn to the Blazers. Mark Jackson to the Wizards. I don't know how many more real people there are. Probably not many, if any. Charles Smith to the Mavericks. There was one. John Thomas to the Sixers. Anybody else? It doesn't look like it. Nope. All right. According to this, Tim Duncan's 84, Billups 77, Van Horn 78. We got Brevin Knight down here 72, perfect for a third point guard. Let's go ahead and sign him up. Do the options. All these guys will get options. Eddie Jones, we still need to make a decision if he will continue to be a part of the roster. He's possibly going to be dangled in a trade. Around the league, looks like almost every team option was accepted. First declined was Juwan Howard is declined by the Magic. He was averaging 15 points a game, shooting decently, but guess they've seen what they need to say no thanks. No player. Oh, there was one player option. Dominique, also for the Magic, is accepted to continue playing at age 37 at $5.3 million. Qualifying offers, we will extend Van Exel. I don't know if we'll sign him or not, but at least for now, keeps our options open. Here are the free agents. It'd be real cool to have Michael Jordan, but I don't think he's going to take the minimum. Stockton has 3 offers. Uh-oh. 3 for 17.3. 17.4 is the max. So I might have to be doing some math to make sure I give him at least that. 3 for 17.4. I can give him more than anybody else. Let's go see what the roster looks like. So right now we do have 3-point guards. Gary Payton, if we get Stockton back, Payton is the starting shooting guard, which would mean we're full there. We would need a third small forward. We're good here. Ori's kind of like a third small forward as well. Garnett's probably going to shift to power forward too. Forgot about that. So he'll be power forward. So I don't have a backup small forward. Kobe could probably be both. This team, I'm pretty excited to see progression-wise what happens with Garnett, Kobe, even Nash. So let's look at the cap holds. We will go ahead and get rid of Hot Rod. All right, let's make sure we get John Stockton an offer. 3 for 17.4 is currently. So let me just let's see where the rest of the teams are at, and then we'll go from there. little math here. That's 17.01. So it's higher than that. Let's just go up and see. He's 35, so I don't really want to give him a 3-year deal, but that's 18.1. So that's more. What I need to see is how much, what does he actually prefer? He prefers 2 and 1 over 3. So that's interesting. Because I'd rather give him 2 than 3. I'm fine with giving him Bird. Because 17.4 divided by 3 is 5.8 is the average. I did say 17.4, right? Yeah. 5.8 is the average. So we got to give him at least that. So that's close. Maybe we just do something like that. He should like that more. It's more per year. It's 1 less year, which evidently he likes that. And he's getting a higher raise. I wouldn't mind giving him a no trade clause either. Sure. Puts me first, so good. Okay, well, that's the main thing we wanted to do. So once we have Stockton, we will have 1 open roster spot. And it seems like it needs to be a small forward. Because Peyton slides to shooting guard. I mean, technically, if we brought Van Exel back, he could be a bit of a shooting guard as well. And Kobe or Jones becomes a small forward. That could work, but I don't know that I need Van Exel. Just won't have enough playing time. Because Jones, Kobe, or Nash are all going to be better than him. Or, well, I want to play them more. I don't know that they'll be better, I guess. I am curious who's signing. That's what team he was with. Weber is potentially going to be matched, but what team was he on? The Jazz. Mashburn could be matched by the Pistons. Michael Jordan. Oh my gosh, stop going back to the Heat, dude. I mean, he did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, last year. So he got like as far as he ever has, but the Heat have just not been building a very good team around him. Penny Hardaway is unrestricted, and the Sixers are offering him, but they already cleared his cap hold. He must have 0 potential. B minus. Because he wants less than $2 million. Still out of our range. Okay, so if we get rid of NX, we need a small forward, is what I said. Preferably an old small forward, because other than Stockton and Kellogg, there's like no age on this team. Yeah, nobody even over 30. So we got to get a vet. Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong button. Let's get a small forward who's older with badges who will take the minimum. Somebody that can maybe mentor a Kobe Bryant, perhaps. Dale Ellis is still playing. That would be an interesting one. We've got Reggie Lewis. Unfortunately, his career never took off. Shooting guard wise, anybody that I would want that could be more of a small forward, Del Curry only has 3 badges. Byron Scott has 16 but doesn't play small forward. But again, Kobe or Jones could. He could mentor Kobe like he did in real life. It's a year too late, but oh, he won't take the minimum. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, any power forwards that play small forward? Dennis Rodman could come back home to end his career. See if his jersey can hang in the rafters. No, he don't. He won't take it. Nope. Salary is kind of an important thing to look at over there. Big Smooth. It's not a small forward. Earl Bailey's still playing. I think, what was Dale Ellis? How many badges did he have? 15? Hey, that sounds pretty good. He can come home and finish his career as well. Well, not really home. I took him from the Mavericks very early on. I think he won 1 championship. Yeah, 87. So he won 1 title before we traded him. That was because we drafted Reggie Miller in 87 and needed to give him some playing time. But he went to Utah, scored lots of points. Then he went to Golden State, Portland, New York, Houston. Now he can ride the bench for the Pacers. He'll probably be like 70 overall, but whatever. He hopefully won't have to play. Let's go ahead and, I guess, move forward. I want to see where Van Exel is. Ellis and Stockton have both agreed. We have a super small trade exception. Jalen Rose available. I guess before everybody commits, I can see what Eddie Jones will get us. He's 3 stars. I don't necessarily know what I'd be looking for in trading him. Don't really need more. Oh, of course, Dikembe Mutombo. Oh, Kemp is hurt, and Kemp was playing the backup center minutes. It's been 3 seasons since we had Mutombo. He's been shooting better. He's not any better at the shooting, but he's 99 at dunking, which I guess is all he really needs to do. His defense is 95. His rebounding's really good. Consistency's 86. Oh, man. I kind of liked freeing him. I sent him to the Nets, but unfortunately they have David Robinson, so he's still a backup to a dominant center. Bryant Reeves was interesting too. I mean, Theo hopefully will go up, maybe 2. That'd be nice to see. Give me more comfort in playing him. Peja didn't really get to play as a rookie. Oh boy. Mutombo is interesting. Because if I do that, I mean, Wallace is really built as a power forward anyway, so it'd be O'Neal, Mutombo, and Ratliff. Kellogg will shift to Garnett and Wallace. Kemp is not going to be playing, I'm guessing, for the whole year. Borey becomes the small forward with Hill and Dale Ellis, I guess, is who we're signing. We could then bring back Van Exel. Because Eddie I wanted for his defensive ability, but he doesn't have that. He has great 3-pointers. His perimeter D is only 73. He's not laterally quick. So unless he goes up a lot, well, his consistency is 96. Unless he goes up a lot, he's not really the defender I need him to be. Okay, one last thing. I'll try him with... Do I still have a pick down here? This one. Looks like the same general offers. That's a swap. So you're just swapping Jones and Mutombo and getting the better of the Nets and Pacers picks. That sounds pretty good to me. I feel like this is a smart idea for what I need. Hopefully won't get as upset with Mutombo. He was only playing 12 minutes a game. That's probably still around what he'll play coming back. He's 31 already because he was a super old rookie. Sure. Let's do it. Pay attention to how much Eddie Jones goes up because this might be a dumb idea. Well, is that another thing? Should I wait until after the season starts? Because if Eddie does go up a couple more, ooh, that's probably a better idea. I could probably still get Mutombo because he's not going to go up. And they were similar. Salaries, right? Where is he? That's, yeah, they're almost exact. Okay, we will keep Eddie Jones for now. The only thing that does ruin is keeping Van Exel. Oh no. No, because I'd have to free up a spot to do that. Okay. Well, is Van Exel, he's still not getting offered. Still not getting offered. Where's Muggsy going? To the Bulls, perhaps? Well, he's got his choice of lots of teams. Alright, people have officially signed now. Luke Longley's the best center. Getting a low ball offer. Eldon to the Nuggets. Charles Barkley's getting all sorts of offers. It'd be kind of neat to see him go to the Lakers. See what he and Ewing could do with a young Chauncey. Chuck Person. He could go help Michael Jordan in Miami. Penny does look like he's going to stay with the Sixers, even though they don't like him. Sam Cassell, was he on the Rockets? Yes. Doing amazing things. Let's go another day. Van Exel now has 5 offers. Heat, Jazz, and Magic. Alright, so down at the bottom I've got 15 players, so I cannot sign Nick Van Exel without trading or cutting somebody. I would never cut anybody because you can always get something. I don't know why you would do that on this game when you can trade them. Whoops. I don't think I'm going to be trading anybody. It would have been Eddie Jones, but that would have gotten me someone back. So I'd still have to figure something out. Peyton's a shooting guard. Jones and Bryant. Garnett's a power forward. I keep forgetting because Kemp is kind of just dead weight at this point. But I think we should be fine to go forward. Without Van Exel, Nash is going to be playing some. Even if he doesn't go up a lot, I mean, my point guard minutes are between these two guys. So it's really these guys playing the big shooting guard minutes, which is fine. Garnett's not going to be playing small forward, which again is fine. Kobe gets to play more because he had an amazing rookie year for how little I played him. 15 minutes, he shot over 50%, averaged 18 points per 36, so I think we're good to go. We're going to trust that Theo and or Ben Wallace can take on the 12 minutes backing up Shaq. We're going to go ahead and rescind or clear the cap hold of Van Exel, which will make him an unrestricted free agent. All right, one of the better players I've let go for nothing after being restricted. Like a few years ago, in the past years, I've had Mourning and Petrovic and some other guys, but not restricted. Looks like Van Exel signed. Good for him. Yes, we are planning our domination, continued domination of the league. Looks like Rodman's going to be switching cities again, going to potentially the Suns. That'd be interesting to see him at age 36 join Allen Iverson and Jerry Stackhouse, team led by youth. All right, Clifford, who I think won sixth man, at least at some point. Juwan Howard's now getting lots of offers after being cut loose. Looks like he's going to the Nuggets. We got Mark Jackson. He's been on several teams. Bulls, Jazz, Sixers, Wolves, and Bulls again. And now he's possibly going back to the Wolves. So he's just doing extra stints with all the teams. Vladi, who never got very high up in overall. So I guess I made a good choice in trading him in his sophomore season. He was shooting terrible, which is I think why I traded him. He's doing 2-year stints everywhere. Possibly going to the Spurs, which he also already played for because that's who I traded him to. We're getting close to the end here of free agency. Not many big names left, not many offers out there. Chris Gatling getting offered Mavericks or Raptors. That'll be a new team for him. Some small forwards getting offers. Wesley Person, Chris Childs, Lindsey Hunter. All right, last day here. Last offers from anybody. Okay, let's take a look at progression. We'll go position by position. Unfortunately, Gary Payton went down 2. It's really cool to see Steve Nash go up 4, though. Why is Gary Payton going down 2? Stockton, yes, makes sense. He's 35. He already can't move, but... So he went down and drawing foul. It's mostly offensive stuff. Went up in passing still. Down 7 in speed and acceleration. Did he get an injury that I forgot about? He did miss 18 games. So that must have been it. I don't remember what his injury was. I wish I could actually use this whole injury history thing to find out. I don't think it was his pinched nerve in the back. But he had his best scoring season, his second best assisting season, played just as many minutes. Don't quite understand that one. But he's still 91 with 40 badges. I don't know if he's better at a shooting guard or not. I don't know that I've tried changing him. Shooting guard, Kobe's up 4. Eddie Jones is down 1. So I guess I should have made that trade. Kobe's up 6 at mid-range and threes. 7 in offensive consistency. His perimeter D is only 74. Consistency, he's going up in lateral quickness. His vertical went up more. Okay. It says his potential is an A-. We're hoping that goes up. Small forward, Grant Hill did not go up, and neither did Kevin Garnett. What? That was kind of what we were depending on with Sean Kemp's terrible injury, that Garnett would easily be able to take his place. He didn't really go down in much, but it was enough to take him down 1 overall, huh? He got to play 7 more minutes, upped all of his stats, played in every game, started a fourth of them. Okay, well, hopefully he gets better when I make him a power forward. Maybe that'll make up for it. Kellogg down 2. We expected that. Kemp down 1. Well, really, he's down a lot more than that because he's missing an Achilles. But it's kind of an important thing to stay attached in order to play basketball. So durability's down 6. We're hoping, as long as Kellogg can still shoot, he's still a decent rebounder. For some reason, his passing IQ is 92. His shooting's gone down a bit, but he's definitely still good enough to play those backup power forward minutes. Shaq stayed put. I guess 90, 91 is just going to be his career. I was hoping it would be like a slow gain, but I guess not. Ratliff and Wallace both with small increases. Don't really need them getting better at threes. Rather than focus on other things. They're really like the same sort of player. Wallace is a little better rebounder. Ralph's a little better blocker, defender. But Wallace is more consistent. All right, and this can be our first look at... that screen looks awful, doesn't it? We had 5 people go down. 6, 7 people. Half the team went down, and only 4 people went up. And one that I thought for sure would go up didn't even stay the same, but went down. After winning back-to-back titles, that's what happens. Makes a lot of sense. All right, let's go through the teams here and see what changed. Kukoc, that's a new team for him, joining the Pistons. Same with Otis Thorpe. They did not keep Jamal Mashburn. Wow. They got Sean Elliott. This is like a whole new team. Mark Price, I guess, is going to mentor Kidd. They did get Mashburn back. And there he is on the Rockets, joining Mourning. So a nice duo there. Those guys were traded for each other, right? I'm pretty sure Mourning went from the Hornets to the Heat when Mashburn went from the Heat to the Hornets. Is that true? Did I make that up? 76 overall. I don't really do my NBA is pretty much all I do, the my NBA eras. It's been a long time since I even played a game on this, unfortunately. I used to play, but I love going through and simulating and seeing the stats and stuff. Be curious to see. Maybe I should broadcast me playing a game for the first time. Pretty much, I played it when the game first came out, and then nothing. So I probably would lose. Spurs didn't change much. The Suns did get Rodman, but they also have 8 people on their team. Iverson went up 4. Stackhouse stayed put. He's 22 and didn't go up after averaging 19 points. Sometimes progression doesn't make sense. So there's Duncan, the undisputed leader now of the Sonics, we still have Anderson and Gugliotta, but not much else. Lots of fake people down here. Smits did jump ship from the Timberwolves to the Blazers, where they have Larry Johnson and not much else. Marbury goes up 4. He's number 17 for some reason. I guess because they signed Dennis Scott. Yeah, Smith-Smollett. That's a lot of hair. It looks very heavy. Also looks fake. Longley, I think, is new. So Marbury's still going to be the main scoring threat for Golden State. The Heat added Person and Van Exel. So still not really what you need to put around Michael Jordan, who did go down another one. Like, you need defenders and role players, and they got, I mean, Chuck Person is a sharpshooter, but he doesn't play any defense. Van Exel's not very good at defense either, and both of them steal shots from the man who should be taking them all. So, and they already had Abdul Rauf, who does the same thing. I don't know what they're doing. Hornets' best player is Sean Bradley now because Magic Johnson went down 3. Jim Jackson going down at age 26. Magic are awful. Michael Finley's their best player going into year number 3. Hopefully that'll be good for his progression. Dominique goes down 3, age 37. Jermaine shot up 3. Minnesota looks similar except without Rick Smits now. They get Purvis Ellison to replace him. The Raptors got Rashid a couple years ago. They signed Muggsy Bogues to be their point. Not much else going on with this team. Grizzlies look pretty much the same. Reggie actually went up 1. So did McNice. Here's the Sixers. Rice goes down 1. They did get Penny back, who went down. Something is broken with Penny Hardaway. Bucks have 4 players. Something is wrong with the AI of 2K in the offseason. Like, if you have money, which obviously you do, you just drafted this guy, and this guy's making $650,000. You have all the money. You could have signed 2 top free agents, and you didn't even fill half your roster. You have 4 players. You don't even have a lineup. So hopefully I have the draft pick. Totally forgot that they had Stoudemire. So McGrady joins Stoudemire. So a couple Toronto studs going to Washington. They also have Kittles. This is a nice young core of a team. Bulls stayed pretty much the same. Ilgauskas went up 3. Looks like he's going to be starting for them. Cavs look mostly the same as well. BJ going into his second year with the team. Pippen goes down 1. Celtics look pretty bad. Camby and George McLeod, LaFonso Ellis. Their point guard looks to be Chucky Atkins. Clippers still with Robinson, Malone. And Cummings. Did Cummings retire? Or is he on a different team now? I don't remember if he retired. Daniel Marshall. They don't have a point guard either. Johnny Dawkins looks like it. Hawks get Ray Allen to go up 4, but didn't put anything around him. So they'll continue to be terrible. We got Weber and Jalen Rose on the same team. It's kind of fun. It would have been awesome if they signed Juwan Howard. I would have shared that with the world, I think. If the computer made those 3 get back together. They were the ones who traded for Rick Fox as well. Kings, Sharif goes up 3. This team does not look very good. Knicks got Charles Barkley to go with Big Dog, so that'll be interesting. They have 3. Their top 5 players are forwards. Where are all the point guards? Why do teams not have point guards? Lakers have 2 of them. Drafted Billups. KJ can help mentor him. Joe Smith and... Wait, how much did... So Ewing stayed put. Mavericks, Joe Smith and Clyde Drexler still at the top. Nets... There's Terry Cummings. So he finally leaves the Clippers. He'll for sure get his jersey retired in LA. But looking to win a championship, I guess, with the Nets. Nuggets, mediocre. There's Worthy and Isaiah going down 3 each. And that's that. So let's get through progression. Need to look up where the 98 All-Star game was. Anybody know? It was in Madison Square Garden, not Toronto. I don't even know if it matters. Like, when you play the All-Star game, I guess maybe it says what city you're in, but I don't think the courts look any different or anything. Alright, continue. We will load. And I think it's on my other ID. 98. Let's see. 98 has to offer Vince Carter and Paul Pierce, Rafe LaFrentz, Larry Hughes, Mike Bibby, Michael Dickerson, Anton Jameson, Pat Garrity, White Chocolate, Jason Williams, Michael Doliak, Bryce Drew, Bonzi Wells, and Matt Harpering. Looks like USA just whooped on World, which, I mean, if you actually make people designated for World as they should be, it's going to happen every time here in this era. Got Felipe Lopez, Dirk Nowitzki, Michael Owakandi, Vladimir Stepania, Rasho Nesterovic. So it's probably the team that has the most World players so far. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Dirk only had 10. Will advance. I need to do some position changes real quick. Yeah, if I get number 1 pick, you know I'm getting the Candyman. Okay, let me go ahead and... Peyton goes down 2 at shooting guard, so we're going to let him stay there. Garnett goes up 2 at power forward. Thank you for that, because he's going to have to start there. I guess I'll just leave both of them shooting guards. Kobe technically gets... They both get better. I'm curious across the... Wait, what was the team that had the Bucks? They had 4 people. How did they fill their roster? They got Dale Davis, Corey Blunt, Haywood Workman, Matt Bullard. Wow. A team of, like, barely rotation players at this point. Wow. This is going to be the worst team. They're going to get, like, 5 wins, I feel like. First mock draft. Carter Pierce LaFrentz. Carter Pierce Nowitzki. Carter Pierce Nowitzki. Pretty loaded at the top. This is a good draft class. Oh, what I was going to look at was the best players in the league. Top of the league, Chris Webber and Hakeem Olajuwon are tied. Peyton was there. At least he has a little green arrow next to him. We've got the 4th and 5th best players. By position, we have the best point guard. Stockton is in 7th. Magic at age 38, still top 10. Iverson. Well, I'll look to see if the Suns need him at point guard still. I made him a point guard in the draft class because he was for his first year, maybe 2 years. But I'll see if it makes sense to make him a shooting guard at this point. Jordan, by far the best shooting guard. Shooting guard is very weak position right now. 83 is the second. I don't know what happened. Some of these guys. Hopefully Ray Allen will shoot up there pretty quick. Kobe will shoot up there. Stackhouse should have gotten better, but he didn't. So we have 9th in this list. I guess Eddie Jones is probably pretty close, yeah. Small forward, we got 2nd. Big Dog's up there by 4. I really wish Grant Hill would have gotten better. Chris Webber's 7 better than the next power forward. We've got the 6th best. Karl Malone's hanging out in the top 10. Center, Shaq's 3rd. Maybe another year or two, these two will drop below him. Hopefully Shaq stops going down. That would be awful. He's 25 and average 23 points. All right, anything else we want to see here? I think that's more or less where we'll stop. First game is Halloween against the Pistons. So the last two finals winners, Pacers Pistons, to kick off the NBA season. Before we do that, I'll get the I'll go through the league, adjust some numbers, positions, get some training, mentors, rotation, all that good stuff out of the way before we go live again. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying it. Till next time, Shoe Shack Redemption's out.